Well, it goes to show, if you're going to go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust, and she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who, of course, blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season, and she is in the midst of making a comeback. And, of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
Welcome back to Basketball Strike, where we break down the biggest dramas, the wildest trades, and the untold stories shaking up the court. If you live for the truth behind the headlines, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because this story is about to get intense. This situation is unbelievable. Courtney Vandersloot has finally spoken out, and let me tell you, her response wasn't soft or subtle in the slightest. When a 5-time WNBA All-Star and 2-time champion decides to clap back at Angel Reese, it's clear that the rookie-turned-sophomore, drama queen, has taken things way too far. The Chicago Sky locker room isn't just fractured anymore, it's spiraling into full-blown chaos for everyone to see. So, here's the real question that fans and analysts alike are asking. Is Angel Reese burning bridges faster than she's able to build them? Because let's be honest, controversy has followed her like a shadow since her LSU days. And while her brand may have been built on stirring the pot and keeping her name in headlines, that act is beginning to wear thin. Why? Because if you're bold enough to take shots at a legend like Courtney Vandersloot, you had better land them clean. Instead, Reese's jab missed the mark badly. Some fans are even wondering, should Reese be released by the Chicago Sky altogether? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. But as it stands now, one thing feels certain, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie branding? That moment has passed. Angel Reese's time in Chicago looks finished, and the organization may have no choice but to move on. And let's not forget who we're talking about here. Courtney Vandersloot is not some benchwarmer you can casually disrespect. She's a 5-time All-Star, a 7-time league leader in assists, and a 2-time WNBA champion. Her resume towers higher than Reese's highlight reels, speaks louder than her sideline theatrics, and carries infinitely more weight than any Instagram caption. Yet here comes Angel Reese throwing shade, questioning Vandersloot's age, doubting her durability, and even suggesting that the Sky shouldn't rely on her to return at full strength. That's not just playful banter. That's a full-blown slap in the face to one of the most respected veterans in the sport. And it didn't end there. Angel Reese's comments weren't just aimed at Vandersloot. Her teammates Ariel Atkins and Rachel Banham were also caught in the crossfire of that little under-the-table hit piece Reese tried to slide into the media cycle. And the reaction? They responded. Not only did those players make their feelings known, but the Chicago Sky organization itself had to step in. Which begs the question, why would Reese even go down this path? She hasn't even completed 2 full seasons as a professional. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, who Reese insists on framing as her rival, even though most of that rivalry seems to exist only in Reese's imagination, is already the centerpiece of the Indiana Fever. Clark is dragging an entire franchise back to relevance, rewriting WNBA history in real time, while Reese seems more focused on stirring up drama inside her own locker room. That's hardly the blueprint for leadership anyone expected. Reese tried to justify herself by saying, "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at her age. I know she'll be a great asset, but we need someone younger, with experience, someone who's already competed for a championship." Think about that for a second. This is Courtney Vandersloot we're talking about. A 2-time WNBA champion, a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time All-WNBA first-team selection, who literally left the championship-contending New York Liberty to help out the Chicago Sky. That's who Reese thinks is too old to be trusted. Oh, damn. Oh, dang. Yeah, Courtney didn't deserve that. And here's the kicker, Vandersloot wasn't looking for sympathy or handouts. After tearing her ACL, she's been grinding harder than anyone, putting herself through brutal rehab sessions and intense workouts. Every interview she's given has shown nothing but focus and determination to come back stronger than ever. the last thing she needed was her own teammate questioning her ability in front of the entire basketball world. But that's exactly what Reese did, and not behind closed doors, not in the privacy of the locker room, but out loud in a public interview. That's the type of thing that makes veterans instantly lose respect. Venting in the locker room? Sure, that happens everywhere. But dragging a teammate's name through the mud in front of cameras? That's how you torch trust in record time. When asked about her future, Vandersloot's response couldn't have been sharper. She said, "Absolutely. Contrary to what people think or say, my age isn't a factor. I'm coming back. I'll be better than ever, because that's what I do." Boom. That wasn't some vague subtweet or coded message. That was a direct counterpunch aimed squarely at Reese. No sugarcoating, no hedging, just a veteran reminding everyone she's not finished, she's not slowing down, and she's not about to let some sophomore with a hot mouth write her basketball obituary. Reese may have wanted smoke, but Vandersloot proved who really sets the standard. Let's be honest here, Angel Reese would be lucky to have even a third of the career Courtney Vandersloot has already achieved. And I'll say it out loud, I don't think it was Kennedy Carter who blew up the Sky locker room. I think it was Angel Reese. The non-stop drama, the constant need for attention, it's been a slow burn leading to this explosion. Take a step back and look at the big picture. Vandersloot's legacy is locked in. She's done the work, she's earned the rings, and she has the respect of her peers across the league. Reese, meanwhile, is still a project, still searching for her place. But instead of focusing on growth, she's swinging at legends who've accomplished things she hasn't even sniffed. Vandersloot literally has more championships than Reese has playoff appearances. That's not an exaggeration, that's just reality. And when you look over at Caitlin Clark, the contrast becomes crystal clear. Both Clark and Reese have had to deal with physical fouls, targeting, and overwhelming media attention. The difference? Clark doesn't throw teammates under the bus. She doesn't shade veterans. She takes the hits, gets back up, and keeps leading Indiana forward. That's what makes her the franchise cornerstone. That's why fans adore her. That's why sponsors line up behind her. Reese might have a strong marketing push on social media, but Clark has the leadership gene you simply cannot fake. Then there's the suspension debacle. A half-game suspension? That's not punishment, that's a joke. It's basically the Sky saying, we'll sit her for 20 minutes and hope she learns her lesson. Nobody respects that, not the fans, not the media, and certainly not other players. Vandersloot's clapback didn't just put Reese in check, it exposed Chicago's lack of control as an organization. While Vandersloot displayed grit, professionalism, and accountability, Reese looked like someone whose mouth was running faster than her game was developing. And the difference between those two couldn't be more glaring. At the start of the season, Reese couldn't even finish simple layups, shooting barely 27% at the rim. There were games where she strung together 8 straight misses, and people were literally winning money betting she'd brick her first shot.